like this, man. Like, so you ever heard of Panda? Like I was telling you, Panda. So you got Panda Panda is a secret code for a certain thing. And so when it comes down to that certain thing, it's so what it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal. You can turn a person into whatever you want them to be if you just hold them down.
A lot of people were saying in the comments that they have to really listen in between the lines what you're saying, because there's actually a very important message that you're saying without actually saying it.
I always say blatant what I say.
True paternity of Blue Ivy. She looks more and more like Cathy to me every day. While they try to do AI pictures to make her look more like Beyonce, caking her face up with all that light makeup to take away the dark, natural brown Brahmin tone that Cathy's skin had. Beautiful skin, long arms, shoulders.
Because from what I was told, Beyonce couldn't even have kids, allegedly.
She can't have kids. Her uterus is trash.
So just when we thought the allegations surrounding Blue Ivy couldn't get any worse, Orlando Brown stepped into the chat to spill all the tea about what is being done to her behind the scenes. Apparently, the reason Beyonce is exposing her to the Illuminati, but going out of her way to protect her twins, is because she isn't Blue Ivy's real mother. Word on the street is Blue is the product of Jay's alleged affair with his dead mistress, Cathy White. People have been speculating about this for a very long time without any proof to back it up, but as usual, you can leave it to Orlando to be a whistleblower and tell us everything. If you thought there was something disturbingly different about Blue at this year's Met Gala, well, you weren't wrong. In fact, it wasn't until this year's Met that people began piecing everything together. But as I said, the signs of Blue being the victim of a bigger agenda have been called out for years, specifically in 2023, when Beyonce had her dancing like a grown woman in front of thousands of people at her Renaissance World Tour. It's one thing to just bring her on stage to give her a few steps here and there that are age-appropriate, but no. Aside from the fact that Blue was forced to wear very tight, revealing outfits, the kind of dances she was doing were no different from that of grown dancers, which is obviously very concerning. And the worst part is, Blue looked very uncomfortable on stage, but Beyonce dragged her along to almost every date of this tour. And just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, Beyonce and her team seemingly made Blue a target again for weirdos online when they dressed her up like a grown woman for the premiere of The Lion King movie. Now, as for Blue, she didn't really have much of a say in what they were doing to her, so she just went along with it. But that doesn't mean she didn't show signs that she didn't like it. People noticed that she looked visibly annoyed and uninterested in whatever public display Beyonce and Jay-Z were doing. Blue barely even bothered to crack a smile, y'all. At some point, the photographers even tried to get photos of just Blue and Jay, but Blue refused. Now, right after this, Beyonce's team tried to do some damage control by releasing this exclusive footage of her and Blue in the studio when they were doing the voiceover for the movie. But this only made the situation worse because once again, Blue looked annoyed by her. Bey even ended up deleting the video from her Instagram once she realized it wasn't doing what it was intended to do.
She did such a beautiful job, and I can't believe how natural she is, and I'm just proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and I can't believe how big and grown up you are, and I'm proud that she's gonna represent so many young brown girls around the world. Nobody's prouder than mommy. Give me a second, because I'm still I can't believe that's my baby. Oh, that's so amazing.
We've never heard from Blue this much. That PR is pulling on our heartstrings hard. Daughter is like, my mom is so fake. She don't talk to me like that off camera. Anyway, going back to the Met Gala. Apparently, it was the final step of what Beyonce and Jay-Z have been planning to do to Blue, which is to sell her off to their demons and have her replace Beyonce.
It's been talked about the whole night. B is here. Beyonce is officially here at the Met Gala. Now, B, it's been 10 years.
10 years.
How does it feel being back?
It feels surreal because my daughter's here.
And Blue looks so beautiful.
She looks so beautiful. This is it's incredible to be able to share it with her, and I think she looks so incredible.
She looks so beautiful. I'm like, we could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely. She was ready.
Apparently, the symbolism of this ritual was all over the dress Beyonce and Blue wore, even down to the comments she was making about Blue being ready. Now here's where it gets interesting. Beyonce hadn't stepped foot at the Met Gala since 2016. She came back specifically as co-chair, meaning she had enough pull to break the event's strict 18 and over rule for her 14-year-old daughter. People are asking why. Why now? now, why blue? Why this night? On the red carpet, Beyonce told Vogue, and I need you to pay attention to the exact words, she is ready. Not, she's growing up so fast. Not, I'm so proud of her. Just cold, declarative, she is ready. Ready for what exactly? Then she said what she was looking forward to most was experiencing this through the eyes of blue. So Beyonce, one of the biggest stars on the planet, flew in as a co-chair of fashion's biggest night, and her highlight was watching through her daughter? People are convinced there's more to this than the net just wanting to experience the Met with blue. Apparently, blue was the vessel that Beyonce's infamous demon Sasha Fierce was going to transfer into, since Beyonce is now getting old, and Sasha needs a new body to take over, a younger body. And who else is more fitting than Blue? This is also allegedly why she's been training Blue by bringing her on stage and preparing her for the celebrity life even before she's old enough to decide if this is something she actually wants for herself. And can we talk about Beyonce's dress? It was a full diamond skeleton dress, as in her bones were mapped onto her body, along with a massive feathered cloak dragging behind her. In occult symbolism, the skeleton represents death, rebirth, the shedding of the old self. She didn't dress as death. She dressed as herself, stripped to the bone, already beyond the flesh. Meanwhile, Blue wore white bubble dress, white corseted bodice. In initiation symbolism across multiple traditions, this type of dress is a reference to baptism, ritual cleansing, sacrifice. White is the color of the new initiate, death presenting new life. Then Jay-Z, black suit, walking her up those steps with the energy of a father giving away a bride. The visual the entire time was man in black, daughter in white, mother in skeleton, wedding, altar, sacrifice. And when photographers and even Jay-Z himself asked Blue to take off her sunglasses, she refused. She ignored her Jay, ignored the stylist, ignored the bodyguard. And Beyonce just stood there and smiled. Word on the street is, the reason Blue didn't take off the glasses was because Beyonce was actively watching the Met through her, like she literally said herself, and that removing the glasses would have interrupted that. Blue didn't take them off till she actually wanted to.
Blue Ivy at the Met Gala was quite strange, and everyone's been talking about it because it seemed to the masses that Beyonce was auctioning off Blue. And honestly, I don't doubt that theory. A lot of y'all had some good points that I've seen in some videos on this discussion, and I wrote them down and I'm gonna go over a few of them. One of the main points that I seen was that Blue's shoes matched with Beyonce's dress, symbolizing that she was walking in her mother's shoes now. And I thought that was very interesting to see because her shoes really did match her mother's dress. I don't know what it didn't even correlate with her dress. Also, side note, I thought it was so coincidental that Beyonce's headpiece was in my dream that I had about her that I spoke to you guys about before, where she was on that stage levitating and doing some demonic ritual thing, and but it was gold in my dream. And when I seen this in real life, I gasped. I was like, that was in my dream. It was something ritualistic about that, and she was like doing some hypnosis sort of demonic activity. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Something else people have been saying is that Sasha Fierce has been being transferred, or has been transferred to Blue, because you notice this sort of aura that Blue is giving, this confidence that usually Beyonce would carry, but it would look like she was sad, nervous, shaky, and down and about something. It just seemed off. But Blue just was like ready. Another thing people kept pointing out is that she did keep pointing everything back to Blue. She kept saying, she's ready. Blue's ready. Yeah, I'm here for Blue. I'm looking through the eyes of Blue. That was signaling something so much more deeper, actually, once she started to refer to everything concerning Blue. And then another thing that people noticed is that Blue was wearing a wedding-like dress, and Jay-Z was looking like a groom. Like, he was dressed like a groom, as if he was marrying his daughter off. And people have considered that to be them marrying her off to the industry, because Beyonce's dress symbolized death of some sort. Like, it's the end of her, but the beginning of Blue's notoriety and career and face of the industry.
Now, as I said, Orlando has had a lot to say about this, and according to him, Beyonce is soul swapping with Blue to keep the lineage going. Even though this sounds crazy, it aligns perfectly with the conspiracy that people are running with on social media. He also went on to name a bunch of celebrities who have been soul swapped, including himself. Y'all, he even brought up Whitney Houston.
Soulja Boy is Whitney Houston. I ain't got a problem with that nigga, bro.
No problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta...
Wait, Soulja Boy or with Whitney Houston?
Soulja Boy.
No, I'm not a problem with Whitney Houston.
What made you make the diss song?
About Whitney Houston or Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy.
I didn't make no diss song with Whitney Houston.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I seen it on the internet, but okay.
I don't know. Maybe Whitney shouldn't have been in Soulja Boy's body because I'm trying to figure out what you talking about.
Whitney Houston better stop playing around here. Women sit playing games around here, punking because you know you Whitney Houston. Whitney, you got me up out here.
And also, it's being speculated that the reason Beyonce is allegedly doing this to Blue, and not her other kids, is because Blue isn't really her actual daughter. People believe that Blue is actually the child of Jay-Z and Cathy White, a publicist who worked in the industry and allegedly had an affair with Jay-Z around 2010 to 2011. A former journalist named Liz Crokin claimed she investigated the alleged affair and uncovered photos of Cathy with Jay-Z and Diddy at a nightclub in Las Vegas. Here's what people find suspicious. Cathy White was a healthy 28-year-old when she was found dead in her apartment in 2011, ruled a brain aneurysm. Beyonce announced her pregnancy at the 2011 MTV VMAs, just days before Cathy's death. They are basically saying that Beyonce lost her real pregnancy and then adopted Blue, meaning her only biological children are the twins, Rumi and Sir. They believe that is why she is willing to use Blue as a vessel in her rituals, but goes out of her way to protect the twins. One person said, "Orlando ain't crazy. He speak nothing but the truth." Another person said, "I wonder if this is why the rumors started that Beyonce was gonna let Blue get cosmetic surgery." I was like, for what? She doesn't need that. Now it makes sense. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Orlando exposing the plans the industry has for Blue? And do you really think she's being trained to be used as a vessel in a demonic ritual? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.